So we're down in my shop today because of this thing. This is my camera mount. This is the thing that I've cobbled together in order to hold my camera for me so I can film. Now, I'm only using an old phone to film with, so this thing clamps onto the phone and generally does somewhat okay in holding it in place, but it's too loose here on the top. The joint here makes it wobbly, and down here this part is continuously coming undone. As you can see, I'm holding my camera right now with bare hand. That stand's taking a while to stop moving. So in this video, I'm going to try to make improvements to my camera mount so that I can film at least a little bit easier. I can't guarantee the quality is going to come off any better, but I can at least make this mount more stable. I have some parts. Let's start with that. I have a nice strong spring clamp. This is going to be the new base for my mount. I need to drill a hole in here. To mount this piece. This was once I think they call them a mountable or a flexible lamp, so you can take it and move it around. I've already stripped most of it. The lamp was already broken. I got it for salvage, but the big headlamp thing mounted here, and I've taken all that off, taken all the wires off, taken the base off. But this base comes with a nice strong threaded connection. This part is going to be mounted to a part of my old camera mount, which will hold the camera clamp, we'll call it that way. I need somewhere to clamp on the clamp so that I could drill a hole in it. Okay, so that's looking pretty tight. This connection is part of what's wrong with the old one. This nut on the old one keeps coming undone and making the camera wiggle all over the place. So this was one of the areas that was very much causing me trouble. The thing that I bought from the dollar store that started all of this is a piece of wire. It's got a little bit of flexible tubing on the outside. This is the more important part. This joint here. This is what allows the camera to move and swivel, and I want to mount that onto this part down here. And I want to mount this to the first part that we were working on. So I need to take screws out of here and unwrap the wire. Actually, I'm not looking to save this part anymore. So this could be done easily. This part I do need. Alright, so this is now going to become the top of my new camera mount. See, most of these guys got this same sort of flange on it to hook up the lamp portion of the lamp. So the idea is to put these two pieces together. You look at that, the holes even line up. Now I got a couple of short little bolts. The holes might line up, but that don't mean they're the right size. Now they're the right size. So the next part is getting this mounted to here. See, this is what gives it the range of motion that it has. It just rides around on that ball. I'm looking to keep that range of motion. The problem is the only thing securing that little piece of wire is a little hole right there that the wire is cramped into. The wire has a bit of a crimp on one side, so it doesn't flare out so much. Now this is the one part I'm not so sure of, because I don't know how I'm going to manage to put that together. See, my issue is that the diameter of this is about equal to the diameter of that. The two won't go together. So how do I get around that? Okay, so that got it where I needed it, but not very stable, not very strong. So I took the precaution. I figured this might be the case, and I got a little hose clamp. I'm not sure that I got enough size to be able to do this. Okay, I can actually twist the thing on there fairly well, but I just don't trust it. I think what I might try to do, seeing that hose clamp is not working for me, I think I'm going to try to put a small screw through that. Maybe I can put a screw all the way through it. So that part seems to work. That'll hold it on there nice and tight. Now, this plastic washer goes on down over it. We snap that into there. And we tighten up this washer. It's only supposed to be hand tight, but with the back piece here, kind of gets awkward to hold on to it. Alright, I think that's done. You want to be the first to take it for a ride? Now, you wibble when you wobble. My new and improved camera mount seems to be doing pretty good. Okay, so maybe it's not that impressive of a project. Truth is, I need it done. I've had a couple of these things. This is almost what the original looked like, except, you know, had the clamp head on here. I kept this one around so I had a spare knobby piece, whatever that connector is called. But this is what it originally looked like, and it did fine enough for holding on to it, but there's a long piece of aluminum wire, and when it wobbles, it all goes translated to the top to where the camera is. So that's not so impressive. And of course, these jaws only open up so much, and they only clamp on so strongly. There's no grip. Or at least not enough anyway. So I was always finding that I have to move the camera around. I have to put pieces of wood around mounted to my table. I have to mount pieces of wood everywhere just to be able to get somewhere to put the camera. Some of my cooking videos got really creative for that, and at least one of them I had the camera clamped onto a cast iron frying pan handle. frying pan acted as a good counterweight. So I think this is pretty good. I like the fact that the camera is now much more stable. This is a shot that I would have had trouble with before, trying to mount it, to be able to turn the camera. She's a bit stiff. But being able to hold this angle where the camera mount is bent. The camera mount is bent at a 90-degree angle, about 2 inches up from the base of the clamp. And then it's bent almost 90 degrees again, 6 inches or so back from where the camera is. With the old mount, I couldn't do this because the piece of aluminum wire would not hold that shape, or would potentially be looking to break off because of being put in that shape too many times. So this is one of the reasons that I had to change things. I'm hoping now that I've got this camera mount upgrade, that the camera will stay stable when I use it, and maybe I can get some better angles. One of the things I like trying to do is getting action shots. So there's my saw blade. Bet you haven't seen this angle on the camera in a while. Truth is, with the old camera mount, I wouldn't be able to put the camera in that position. Still wiggling a bit, I know, but I'll take it. This might not be a vast improvement. I still don't have an expensive camera to be able to put it on tripod or all this stuff. Not ready for all that stuff yet. So this is a good little improvement for my shop, for me making my videos. I know it's still not improving a great deal, but have we ever done this before? What are you doing down there? Are you alright? Alright, I think I liked that a bit better. Seemed like that little nut was on, that plastic nut on the top was on too tight. Now I'm on an angle. Why am I on an angle? Stop shaking. Hold the camera steady. Now start it again. Okay, so this has been a great little improvement for Herstalite Exports. My name is Steven, and just before I go, I gotta say thank you very much to all my subscribers who are now in the triple digits. Isn't that amazing? I never thought I'd get to this point. I know, it means very little to anybody else, but I never really thought people would want to watch me doing projects like this before. So I'm really impressed. I'm really happy with it. At my last check a few hours ago this morning, the count was up to 105. And I find that totally amazing. I'm very glad that you decided to subscribe. And I do hope you come back and watch me in the next video, where hopefully I'm doing something a bit more interesting. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video and thought it was a waste of your time, give it a thumbs down. Or put it in the comments that this was not what you wanted. For that matter, put it in the comments of what you wanted to see me do in the first place. It would at the least help give me direction on where you want me to go with the channel, because as you can tell, I'm a little bit all over the place. But that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there was something worthwhile in it for you. If nothing else, hopefully you saw a way to upcycle or recycle some junk. My name is Steven, this is Hersey Light Exports, and I'll see you the next time I'm in the shop. Bye now. Maybe I should do that again like I didn't drop it.